Hello, I'm Jonalyn Wolf-Ivory, President of the Compass Health Board of Directors. On behalf of all of us on the board, thank you so much for joining us today for this virtual grand opening to celebrate, of course, the opening of a facility that stands as a vital new community resource. One of the most pressing needs in our community is housing and services for those who are homeless, especially people living with behavioral health needs. This new facility will serve members of our community who struggle the most to maintain housing and wellness. We're pleased to share this occasion with you as we open our doors to new supporting housing coupled with supporting services. Behavioral health solutions for the most vulnerable living in our community. When the board began discussing this project several years ago, we agreed the need was clear and present. Knowing the impact it will have and the lives it will save, we just had to move forward. Again, thank you for joining us, and please enjoy the rest of the grand opening.
Thank you so much, Jonalyn, and thank you to all the current and some former Compass Health board members that are joining us today. Thank you for your support of our organization. Welcome, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us at this tremendous event to celebrate the grand opening of our permanent supported housing project located here in Everett, but serving the greater communities of Snohomish County and our region. Thank you so much for being here and taking the time with us. So we're going to spend about 30 minutes together. We will talk a little bit about our project. We'll hear some wonderful remarks from elected officials and supporters of the project. We will take a virtual tour through the facility itself, and we'll recognize and thank our project partners that have really made today possible. We'll end hopefully with a little bit of time for questions and answers. There's a Q&A feature on the webinar, and we'll answer as many of those as we can, but we'll also make sure to loop back to anybody who asks a question and make sure you get your answers in follow-up after today's event. So we're here to celebrate the opening of this 82-unit project. This is the first phase of a three-phase process to completely redevelop our Broadway campus located here in Everett, Washington, in order to improve our ability to serve the behavioral health needs of all the communities throughout the region. So we thank you for being here to really help us celebrate this first important step. The project itself will have 81 units of permanent supported housing studio apartments for homeless community members that are facing significant behavioral health challenges, as well as a 3-bedroom unit, which we will use to transition community members back home out of state institution settings such as Western State Hospital, giving them a firm landing place as they transition back home and integrate back into the community. We will be using a housing first model, meaning that we are going to provide housing to these community members no matter where they're at. And then we're going to have staff available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide them the care and support they need in order to truly call this place home. So what we'd like to do now is hear some remarks from important elected officials and other supporters to our project. So let's roll that video, please.
Thank you for this opportunity to support Compass Health and be here virtually with all of you. I'm Mayor Cassie Franklin, and I'm looking forward to a time where we can all gather in person to support important projects like this one and attend other events in our community. It was just over a year ago that we celebrated the groundbreaking for this new facility, and I'm so proud that Compass Health, even in some of our most difficult times, was able to persist and create 82 units of permanent supportive housing for people who so very much need their support and exceptional services. Residents living in this Compass facility will have on-site access to care and supportive services. They will have a trusted partner who treats them with the dignity and respect they deserve while working to address the multiple barriers they may be living with. I'm grateful to have Compass Health here in Everett, caring for our community members in need, and I'm very honored to celebrate this grand opening today. Thank you.
Well, thank you all for joining us, and what a great day to celebrate this milestone of community transformation. Snohomish County is really proud to partner with Compass on this redevelopment and many other projects across our community. This is a project that not only benefits the city of Everett, but benefits the entire region. It is of regional significance. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Every person that we can help move from homelessness to supportive housing reduces suffering, saves significant resources, improves the quality of life for our entire community, much less the lives of those that are directly served and their families. So since last year, we've seen a worsening of our housing crisis, and this project really comes in an ideal time. Together with Compass, we will do what we can to make our community more compassionate, more equitable, and a better place for all. So congratulations, Compass, on this grand opening. You've created an opportunity not just to save lives, but to allow people to once again thrive. And just thank you for all your hard work and passion and your partnership. And our community is really better today because of Compass and the Broadway redevelopment project. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Senator June Robinson, State Senator from the 38th District, Everett, Marysville, Tulalip. Really happy to be joining this virtual opening ceremony for the 82 units of permanent supportive housing on Broadway in Everett. What a needed addition to our community. We know that homelessness is growing, unfortunately, and continues to grow even to be a bigger problem during the pandemic. And people are experiencing more and more mental health issues and crises as well. So this facility is meeting such a need for our community and for our state. As a state senator, I work on crafting our state budget, and a big part of that is behavioral health. I'm trying to find ways to address the behavioral health needs of people around our state. And permanent supportive housing, such a known and proven solution for people experiencing chronic behavioral health issues in their lives. These are our friends and our neighbors who want to live in community, and we need to support that. And this facility will do that with both a permanent roof over their head and the supported services that go along with that, so that folks can really recover. They can feel safe, they can feel stable, they can take their medicine daily because they have other distractions moved out of their lives. We know that when people are in permanent supportive housing, that they can move on and receive other services, get jobs, become contributing members of our community, which is what all of our friends and neighbors want. And we want them to be in our community. I am so grateful to be a part of this, to have been a part of the campaign cabinet that helped put together some of the funding for this project. So grateful for Compass Health in our community and all the work that they do for the people of Snohomish County and the surrounding counties.
Hi, I'm Steve Walker, Executive Director of the Washington State Housing Finance Commission. It's so exciting to celebrate this opening. One of the last events that we attended in person before the pandemic was the groundbreaking for this project, and what a celebration it was. Our part in helping this project come to life is by allocating the federal low-income housing tax credit. The housing credit is an incredibly successful tool that has helped to build more than 100,000 affordable apartments across our state, serving everyone from working families to seniors to the most vulnerable, like those served in this new housing. The housing credit often works with our state's Housing Trust Fund, which is also a significant public resource in this project. That is why we need Congress to both protect and expand the housing credit. Senator Cantwell's Affordable Housing Credit Improvement Act would do just that. We deeply appreciate her leadership in the Senate and that of Congressman Larson and Congresswoman Del Bene in the House. We can open more doors for people in need, and we must. Today, Compass is opening doors that will transform the lives of people in this community through a truly inspiring model of integrated housing and care. We are grateful to be part of their journey. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you for inviting me to join your virtual grand opening ceremony. I'm Rick Larson. I represent the 2nd Congressional District, which includes Everett, includes all the way up to Bellingham, and basically the whole service area for Compass. And I'm very pleased to be here today. Last February, I joined you in person to celebrate the Phase 1 groundbreaking for the Broadway campus redevelopment project. In just over a year, amid a global pandemic, you persevered in creating 82 units of permanent supportive housing for people who are often the most marginalized and the hardest to engage with the services that you provide. But Compass has a vision and the expertise to fill the growing need for affordable housing in Snohomish County, but sometimes lacks the dedicated funding to make the vision a reality. Congress can help address these community challenges by developing and supporting inclusive policies that address the barriers to housing and to good paying jobs and opportunity in the Pacific Northwest. Congress can help address the costs associated with building projects like this by expanding and strengthening the low income housing tax credit program. And Compass received more than $17.4 million through the low income housing tax credit program to make this project possible. And Representative Del Bene and Senator Cantwell have recently introduced legislation to strengthen and improve the low-income housing tax credit. So I look forward to continuing to support this program and to strengthen this program. Congress can also increase funding for what's called the Veterans Affairs Supportive Housing, or HUD-VASH vouchers. And 8 units in the new facility will be set aside for veterans with VASH vouchers. So because of your hard work, 82 individuals will step into new permanent housing and have access to critical resources to help them address barriers that they may be living with, all in one location. I'll continue to work with state and local officials, organizations, and constituents to break down barriers and help transform and integrate our response to critical issues of mental health, addiction, homelessness, and other challenges facing people in Northwest Washington State. So thank you again for inviting me to be with you today. I look forward to visiting the project and the completed project in person on the other side of the pandemic. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. I'm so pleased to join all of you today to celebrate the grand opening of Phase 1 of Compass Health's Broadway campus redevelopment and supporting housing project. I remember just joining you a year ago in February of 2020 for the groundbreaking of this important new facility. And now Snohomish County has 82 new units of affordable, permanent supportive housing. What an important day for this community. Congratulations to everyone at Compass Health who worked so hard to make this project a reality. We know that the lack of affordable housing is a crisis, that it is costing our families and costing our communities. We see that here in the Pacific Northwest and around our state. What's also important, though, is we see it across the nation. That is why it's so important that we have projects like this and organizations like Compass Health stepping up to fill in the gaps. The work being done here to integrate supportive services into affordable housing is particularly important. It helps some of the most marginalized and at-risk community members receive the help they need while keeping a roof over their heads. In Congress, I'm working to expand the low-income housing tax credit, and this project is one of the reasons why. It is a model for how tax credits can provide the resources and flexibility to meet local communities' needs right here on the ground. So I'm going to continue to push, along with many of you, to make sure that we expand the tax credit and get communities the resources they need. Again, congratulations to everyone on today's grand opening, and thank you for all that you're doing to provide new housing in the Everett community.
Thank you to all of our special guest speakers today. Each of you has contributed directly to this project that we're celebrating today. So I thank you so much for your support and for taking the time to provide us comments today. Very much appreciate it. I cannot tell you how much I and all of us here at Compass Health wish we were all at the site in person and could be touring around together with you, but unfortunately, we're not at that space yet. So what we would like to do is share a virtual tour with you so you can get a picture and a feel for this wonderful setting in which we're going to create homes for these community members. So let's roll that video. I'm Tom Sebastian, President and CEO of Compass Health. I'm very excited to take you on a tour of our new permanent supported housing facility located here in Everett, Washington. Here at the facility, we'll have 81 units of permanent supported housing for community members that are experiencing chronic homelessness and significant behavioral health challenges. We want everyone living here to feel like this is their home. And so as you enter the building and come into the reception area, staff will be receiving and welcoming to make sure that the residents get all their needs met. We want to make sure that they feel safe and comfortable in their new homes. Residents will be able to access their mail, make use of the kitchen facilities, they'll be able to dine together with others living in the building, and also have access to laundry facilities. We are so proud of this new facility and what it's going to offer to those that will live here. Each housing unit is built to last. They are individual studio units that are designed to reflect the respect and dignity that we feel for these community members and that we want them to experience as they create their homes here with us. In addition to having their own private bathroom, they will have their own kitchens, and they'll have all the equipment that they need in order to prepare meals for themselves. And also there are important safety features that are included in each unit around stoves and cooking appliances. This includes multiple windows, many of which offer spectacular views, which also allow for airflow and ventilation for the comfort of our residents, as well as their well-being and health. Each unit will have everything that our residents need to live comfortably and safely in their new homes. We will also have several units designated to serve homeless veterans. We think this is a very important resource for those that are experiencing homelessness who served our country. We will also have an 82nd unit, which will be a 3-bedroom unit designed to transition our community members back home from state institutions. This is really about creating community for those that are living here, but also for the broader community. So we will have a community center that will be available to residents and others in the community to gather together, to have the opportunity to go outside into the Cronin family courtyard and enjoy each other's company and develop relationships. This will be probably the most important aspect of this project, and that is the creation of community. We are so proud and honored to be opening this facility, knowing how it's going to transform the lives of those that will now call this place home. We also know there continue to be unmet needs in our community related to behavioral health and well-being. And so this is really only the first step in partnering together with you in transforming behavioral health care in our region. So I hope you enjoyed that tour and got a sense and a feel of the facility itself, and we'll look forward to providing opportunities in the future for folks to come on site and be able to visit in person. Very much looking forward to that opportunity. And you know, this really is a first step. The behavioral health needs of our communities are critical, and the need to build capacity in order to really respond to those needs is right before us, and we need to take the opportunity to do what we can to respond. So the next 2 phases of the project will involve the moving out of the current service site that runs along Broadway. We'll be demolishing that building and then building 2 phased buildings that will be purposefully designed for the behavioral health intensive support services that we provide off of that site. To be able to really create an environment as we have in phase 1 in the permanent supported housing complex that reflects the respect and dignity that we feel for those that we serve and the staff that are providing support to them. And so we're very excited to be able to expand our capacity to meet those needs, and again, to do so in a way that is purposefully designed. So more to come in the future. We are in the design process of phase 2, and that is moving forward at quite a great pace. So more news to come on that. Now we really want to pause and take some time to recognize and thank our project partners, without whom we would not be here today having this celebration. So we have many partners who have joined together with us. And we want to start with our partners that assisted us in the development process. I want to start with Lotus Development, Michelle and Maria and Kaiser and the rest of the team. There is no way we would be here today without your help. And I hope you are taking a lot of pride in what we've accomplished to date, and know that we will be partnering together on the next couple phases of our work together. Our builders, BN Builders, Mark and the whole team, thank you. You were amazing. Continued construction through the entire pandemic and got us in on time, and just did an amazing job. And Bill and Christina and the whole team at Environmental Works, we knew right from the get-go that we had picked the right design firm for this phase of the development. And so thank you so much for the work that you did to make this project become a reality. So we also want to thank the Washington State Department of Commerce, Lisa, Ann, and Sarah, a key critical capital funder of the project, without whose support we would not again have been able to pull together the different funding streams in order to make this a success. Also Steve, who joined us as a speaker, and the team from the Washington State Housing Finance Commission, we thank you very much for your support in the project. We also want to support the National Equity Fund. So Debbie, Lisa, and Monica, critical in the low-income tax credits that were a foundational piece of the financing of the system. MJ and team from Snohomish County, you've been amazing support from the get-go, from our conceptual ideas about what we would want to accomplish here, and you've been with us every step along the way, and we thank you. The team at KeyBank, thank you so much. Our construction lender, helping us bridge over through the construction project. Coastal Community Bank, who is our banking partner here at Compass Health. We love working with you, and want to thank Russ and the whole team there for stepping through this project with us, as well as our larger banking relationship. And Impact Capital, really allowing us to have the time to really develop the project, to have that space in order to make sure the design and the process was one that would be successful. So we are receiving operating support from several different sources, and we want to thank and acknowledge them. Again, Snohomish County, you're right there with us. MJ and team, thank you so much. The Housing Authority of Snohomish County, HASCO, has been the facilitator of the 10, as it turned out, VASH vouchers for veterans. Thank you. to everyone, the whole team there at HASCO, and the Washington Department of Social and Health Services. We have 15 units that are being funded, the operating funds through DSHS, and we really appreciate that partnership as well. And so I also want to thank Robert Beiersdorfer from Optimus Fundraising. Robert has worked with our development team here at Compass Health. Thank you, Compass Health team, in order to build philanthropic partners for our project. And we want to thank those in a very special way today. Rich and Judy Boyden, Kurt and Carrie Campbell, the Cronin family, the Lawrence Harris Trust, the Hoban family, the Howarth Trust, Jack Hunden, Tom and Kirsty Lane, Janet Moore, Dwayne and Leanne Pearson, Ed and Carol Peterson, Primera Blue Cross, Hank and Donna Robinette, and the Sunderland Foundation. Thank you all for contributing and supporting the project. Really appreciate it. I also want to take a moment to thank Annie Alley and Maggie Cipriani, Maggie, from Ani and Associates, our communication and public relations partners. They have really helped us be able to get the word out about the project and really support us all along the way. And then finally, I just want to thank the entire Compass Health team. You all know who you are. I know a lot of you are on with us today. So thank you so much, not only for those of you that worked so hard on this project, but that are working so hard every day to serve all the communities throughout the North Sound region. So I see we are coming up to the end of our time. So I want to encourage everyone to go ahead and use the Q&A function. We will not do our best. We will respond to all these questions as we go along. I do want to comment on one question we get most commonly, and that, how do you refer to the project? So there's a couple different ways. The units for veterans, these are coming through direct referral from the VA and supported through HASCO with the VASH vouchers. The 15 units that are being supported through DSHS come on direct referral through DSHS. And then the majority of the rest of the units come in through the coordinated entry process here in Snohomish County. Many of you are familiar with that. If any of you are not, the simplest way to inquire around that is by using the 211 line, and they can help you walk through what the process is. So I want to thank you all so much for joining us today. Thank you for supporting this project. More to come on future projects, and we do look forward to the day when we can invite all of you to join us in person to celebrate. Thank you so much. I'm Tom Sebastian, President and CEO of Compass Health. I'm very excited to take you on a tour of our new permanent supported housing facility located here in Everett, Washington. Here at the facility, we'll have 81 units of permanent supported housing for community members that are experiencing chronic homelessness and significant behavioral health challenges. We want everyone living here to feel like this is their home. And so as you enter the building and come into the reception area, staff will be receiving and welcoming to make sure that the residents get all their needs met. We want to make sure that they feel safe and comfortable in their new homes. Residents will be able to access their mail, make use of the kitchen facilities. They'll be able to dine together with others living in the building, and also have access to laundry facilities. We are so proud of this new facility and what it's going to offer to those that will live here. Each housing unit is built to last. They are individual studio units that are designed to reflect the respect and dignity that we feel for these community members and that we want them to experience as they create their homes here with us. In addition to having their own private bathroom, they will have their own kitchens, and they'll have all the equipment that they need in order to prepare meals for themselves. And also there are important safety features that are included in each unit around stoves and cooking appliances. This includes multiple windows, many of which offer spectacular views, which also allow for airflow and ventilation for the comfort of our residents, as well as their well-being and health. Each unit will have everything that our residents need to live comfortably and safely in their new homes. We will also have several units designated to serve homeless veterans. We think this is a very important resource for those that are experiencing homelessness who served our country. We will also have an 82nd unit, which will be a 3-bedroom unit designed to transition our community members back home from state institutions. This is really about creating community for those that are living here, but also for the broader community. So we will have a community center that will be available to residents and others in the community to gather together, to have the opportunity to go outside into the Cronin family courtyard and enjoy each other's company and develop relationships. This will be probably the most important aspect of this project, and that is the creation of community. We are so proud and honored to be opening this facility, knowing how it's going to transform the lives of those that will now call this place home. We also know there continue to be unmet needs in our community related to behavioral health and well-being. And so this is really only the first step in partnering together with you in transforming behavioral health care in our region.